Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to another episode of Boot Shopping here at Ultra Football. I'm Kosta and I'm joined today by Western United superstar Ben Garuccio. Ben, welcome to Ultra Football.
Thank you, bro. Thanks for having me.
We're going to go head into the store and check out the Ready Pack Nike boots. Let's go. Ben, welcome to Ultra Football. Is it your first time here or?
No, I've been here before. I've been here a couple of times actually. It's sixth store.
Awesome. Well, we've got coffee in hand. You've got a big coffee obsession as well. Where did that sort of come from with your coffee? Is it something you'd like to get into post-career?
Yeah, like to be honest, it started, man, I just spent too much money on coffee.
Yeah.
And when I moved to Scotland, I was paying like £3.80 for a coffee, which at the time I was like, oh yeah, it's like £3.80, whatever. I was earning pounds, but then when I converted it back to Aussie, I was like, man, I'm spending like $7 a coffee.
That's a lot.
Oh, that's a lot of money. So I was like, let me try and buy a machine. So I just bought like an entry-level little machine, and I basically just started making coffees. Definitely. And I was pretty average at it to begin with, but then I sort of learned as I went and just watched heaps of YouTube videos, and yeah, I've sort of just moved along and bought a new machine now. So I love making my coffees at home, and could be something post-football for sure.
Definitely, of course. How important do you think it is, especially for a professional footballer, to sort of have a hobby outside of football? Because obviously it's so intense. It's your full-time gig. It can just be football. And for you, that's got something else, like coffee, and it could be something else as well.
Yeah.
Do you think it's really important, maybe something for some of the younger kids, maybe growing up, trying to get into it, just to have maybe that outlet, as they say?
Yeah, no, 100%. Like, I think in my early years, I didn't have that.
Yeah.
And you're just, everyone that you hang around with, every, time you go for a coffee, the only thing you talk about is football.
Yeah.
All the time. And like, that's great when you're doing really well. But if you're not doing so well, like it just starts to sort of have a burden on you, because your whole life is football. So as I've sort of gotten older, I've just tried to focus more on other things that I enjoy outside of football, because at the end of the day, you're a human being first, just like anyone else. And football is obviously a massive part of my life, but I think aside from football, you have to have other things that you do have interest in, you do enjoy. And for me, that's coffee. And just recently I've started a podcast as well, which is something else that's a little bit different, and it's still football related, but it's not actually being out there and the pressure of performing every week and things like that. So it's good.
Yeah, for sure. I was going to ask about that Football Friends podcast that you started with Stefan Walker as well, which I'm sure viewers will know as well. Obviously, at its time at Adelaide United as well. What was sort of maybe the big driving factor behind starting the podcast? And I think something for me, especially just as a fan, is seeing footballers and current day players speaking about what's going on today. We often see older generation players talk about the game, and it's different, and football is different, you know more than anyone. How important is it to you and Stefan as well, maybe, to remain as authentic as you can, and what was maybe the key reason behind starting off a podcast today?
Yeah, I think like if you look at a lot of the past players, in Australia, obviously you've got Archie, but if you look overseas, you've got the likes of Lineker and Micah Richards and Roy Keane and all these players, and you probably don't hear too much about them during their career in terms of what they're saying about the game, but then now after the game, like, they're super influential because people want to hear from Thierry Henry and they want to hear from these sorts of guys. So we sort of just had the idea of, like, there's so much growth for Australian football, and for me, we're just scratching the surface at the moment. I think if you look at the success from the national teams in the last couple of years and everything, there's just so much growth to be had, and obviously even with the crowds in the A-League, like, we see so much growth, and we're fans first of all. We play, but we also love the game, and I want to see Australia be better, on the world stage. And the success from the national teams has been great, but I think there's so much growth still to be had. And we just want to touch on sort of the topics that the mainstream media don't cover, and hopefully, just give some insight into obviously what life is like as a player, but also get some guests on and hear from them, and learn about sort of the person as well, because as I said, we're footballers. You maybe have a certain image on the pitch, but you also want to be seen for what you are off the pitch, which
100%.
I think is important.
What do you think maybe is that you might have noticed, and it's still fairly new, that you've noticed that maybe fans and viewers really want to find out the most? I know there's the National Second Division, which is obviously very popular in the news and all that sort of stuff now, but what do you think is the thing that people are craving to listen to from footballers like yourself?
I think just getting that like inside sort of perspective, we're actually in it, so we don't get to control a lot of the decisions that maybe the APL or Football Australia make, but maybe just hearing our take on certain things, because the media might say one thing, or they might say things about players, but we might actually come out and say, you know what, we had nothing to do with that, to be honest. And just giving our sort of take, and I think people are really interested in sort of like the life of a footballer as well, because for us, transfers and when you move from club to club, it's very straightforward and easy. But for people that are outside, they sometimes don't understand actually what goes into it. And, sometimes it's not always the players doing. And, sometimes the club might actually want to get rid of you. And you're sort of like, well, I need to make the best decision for my life and my financial situation. But I think players often get scrutinised. And I think that's what it is, trying to get people in and, they can say sort of their side of the story and be as honest and as they can. That's the reason why I've done a podcast. It's actually us talking normal in our house, just a normal conversation, which me and Steph have all the time anyway. And putting that out there, and people get more of an authentic sort of view on things.
Of course, I think you hit the nail on the head. I think that's the most sort of best thing as a listener and a football fan, and like you said, a football fan here in Australia, of just getting authenticity. And just really just understanding it. And I'm a fan, I want to see what players do, no matter how old you are. You want to know what goes on behind the scenes outside of training. And I think it's credit to you boys what you guys are doing. And I hope, like you said, in the UK, it's very popular and it's still growing. And hopefully here players can do that and give themselves a bit of leverage as well too, just to find out more about Ben Garuccio and Stefan Walk, for example. So obviously at Western United, we've got the kit behind us. First of all, thoughts on the kit?
I love it. I actually like it. I think a lot of people probably don't know this, but it's actually a QR code. So if you scan the kit, it'll bring you to like a Western United page, which might be, I'm not sure what it is right now, but at the start it was like Lockie Wales saying like, hey members, we want you on board, hope you love the new kit. So it's like a cool little touch.
God,
and so it's a QR code. So if you scan the kit, that's what it is. And probably it doesn't sort of look like it from afar, but it's a cool sort of touch. It's like that personalised feel. So when you buy a kit, each thing I think has a QR code that will send you to a page, and you get like a personalised message from the players and stuff. So
it's unbelievable. I didn't even know that.
That's maybe a bit of an unknown fact.
That's real cool. Well, we'll come check it out. How are you feeling? Obviously this season at Western United now, and how the boys feeling? What's the mood like? Still very early on the season. No game this weekend, obviously, but what's the feeling like?
Yeah, I think we started so well. Obviously, we got the win against City, and then we've had 3 losses since, which is never good. At the end of the day, it is still the beginning of the season, but I think the next probably 3, 4, 5 games is when the pack starts to sort of get split, and you'll see probably the teams down the bottom and the teams that are sort of starting to get away at the top, and we definitely don't want to get left behind. So I think the next few games for us are super important. Hopefully get some good results. We've got Adelaide at home next. So that'll be fun. I'll have to chase Aaron Kunda around after he's just been bought by Bayern Munich. So
I was going to ask you on that. Obviously, Aaron Kunda in the news now, moved to Bayern Munich. What are your thoughts on that? And especially someone that, and you can tell straight away just from meeting you and speaking to you, that you do care about the game here, especially in Australia and stuff like this. A 17-year-old who's unbelievable. And I'm a Victory fan, so seeing him the other week as well. A lot of the reason why I wanted to go was to see him. I'm a 14-year member at Victory, so to already have that draw card at a team like Adelaide United and I guess all across Australia, what is it for you as a current A-League player, and even for some of the younger A-League boys that might be in your team, like a Noah Botic, who's got great potential? Does it sort of give that hey, everyone can do it, just look?
Yeah, I think the biggest things for these moves are he wouldn't know it right now, but you're putting Australia on the map with these moves, and obviously Ange Postecoglou is like a perfect example right now, and you look at the managers that we've got, sort of Australian managers now overseas, but just from even what Ange is doing, now other Australian managers are going to be in demand because look at what he's doing. Maybe we've overlooked these Australian managers, so that's what sort of Nesta's hopefully going to do as well. And I said it on the podcast week 1, I think that for me he's like the biggest and best talent I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Like in the A-League, like he's unbelievable. His highlight reel for a 17-year-old is better than anyone. And you can say, people from around the world will say, oh yeah, but it's, it's in the A-League. Well, we've had players that have come here that have played at the top level and not done well in this league, or maybe not been superstars. So I think you've got to give a little bit of credit to the A-League, and I hope that players getting these moves will give more credibility to the A-League, which it deserves. So,
for sure.
I'm buzzing for Nesto. Good on him.
For sure. No, definitely, it's definitely something exciting to see. Well, we've just gone through the boot room. We're going to make another detour because now's the fun part. It was a fantastic insight as well, so thank you for that. The Nike boots, Mercurials. They're nice, they're sharp. I'm going to let you take a look at them, and then this pitch right next to you, we're going to go top binge challenge.
Done.
Yeah, I'm confident as well, but don't tell me. Ben, we're in the boot room, and the colourway, I love a red and white. Can't go wrong with a red and white, but I'm going to pass them both to you. What is this something that you look for in a boot? Obviously a light speed boot as well, and for a fullback as well. What's something that you look for particularly in a boot like this?
Yeah, I love these, like Mercurials. I've worn Mercurials my whole life. Probably for a couple of years tried a few different other boots, but I've always had Mercurials. I've got like a boot collection at home back in Adelaide, and I've still got like the OG like Mercurial like Vapor 3s, Vapor 2s as well. I've got a pair. So there's a couple of old pairs there that I want to maybe whip out one day.
Yeah, sure.
And I had a brief sort of stint where I was wearing hypervenoms.
I was going to say, I was doing a bit of a stalk.
I got my, I got
these green hypervenoms.
Yeah, I got the green and black ones out, but the only bummer is like, because they're so old, the glues sort of started coming apart like straight away.
Yeah.
So I need to sort something out to hopefully wear them, because they go good with the green and black kit of Western. But I've always gone back to Mercurials, and like even with the hypervenoms, I'm just wearing them for game day. Day to day, I always wear my Mercurials, and I've got the white and blue ones that are similar to this, but these ones are a little bit different again, and they've got sort of the different material here. But these are nice as, like, this is such a clean colorway, and a few of the boys on the team wear it. And for me as a fullback, like it's just a nice light boot.
Clean boot, yeah.
I wear my boots like super tight. I like it to feel like I'm basically barefoot as much as you can be. And I feel like you just get the good feel through the Mercurials, and I've always worn Nike my whole professional career, and that's always been my boot of choice.
Awesome, perfect. Well, now you've got the fun part. You got to put them on, and before you go and keep them, we've got to go into the pitch to a top binge challenge. I'm going to challenge you already now. If I beat you, boots are mine. Boots are mine. Let's go. Ben, the boots look unbelievable. How they feel, most importantly.
Man, they feel good. They feel good. They're like a glove, honestly. I said I wear them tight. They're unbelievable. They match the ball, so happy days.
They look sharp, and you stole my joke as well about the ball, so that's okay. Well, now you've lit a fire in me now, because we've got to go top binge challenge.
Let's do it.
I don't lose these.
All right.
I beat Diamante. I beat Pena.
Did you?
Yeah.
Really?
Why are you saying shocked?
I am shocked.
Yeah.
Especially Diamante, man. He's king of that stuff.
I know, that's right. So I'm the king now. Paper, scissors, rock. Who goes first? I'm going to go scissors.
All right.
Paper, scissors, rock.
I was going to go paper as well.
Here we go. You ready? First shot.
Go on.
Thanks for coming, Ben. It's been fun. Oh. No pressure. Okay, all right, no worries. There's something about left-footed.
Dippers only, man.
I
Dippers
love
only.
left-footers. I'm not going to expose my secret too soon. Oh, careful. Is that what you want it?
Yeah.
Sure?
Yeah.
100% sure? No.
Does that count?
No.
I mean, there's Nick there.
No.
There's Nick there.
No, Ben, come in here. Let's have a chat. First of all, we don't take skimmers. Second of all, don't try and claim that as in the target. Third of all, what I'd like to think you did.
I can't see, man.
You just warmed it up for me.
Yeah, all right.
You you put the butter on it, and then I'm about to.
So you're going top left again?
I'm about to eat it. Yep. Oh no!
Oh man, I'm safe. I'll stay here all day. I'm liking this top left, I reckon. Ooh! One of these is gonna go.
Yep, no worries. What I don't like though is that you've targeted Kosta's corner. So I know you're a big fan of the series, but
I'll go left and right.
Kosta, no, just go whatever you want. Oh, no pressure. Don't worry.
Oh. Sorry, there's a fence there. Did you get that? Oh, shit.
So Ben Garuccio doesn't care about the citizens there.
There is a fence there.
Oh my goodness gracious me.
Right. I don't know what the other boys' standard's been like, but I'm telling you,
I can say for a fact.
I've had some near misses here.
I can say for a fact, Ben, and I like you. You've probably come the closest with the best technique, if that did. Get what I mean?
Or like mine would actually beat a goalkeeper if it was there as well, whereas yours are just like. Like there's top bins, but like if there's a goalkeeper there and he can walk over and grab it like that, then it's not really.
Well, guess what? You know the Western United.
I want to put some. Let's see some swaz, or let's see some power behind it.
You know the Western United kit that you wear? It's got a QR code. This is what's got to be scanned on the Western United kit.
Let's see.
This top bins. Oh, shut up. Go for it. I make the rules here.
Hey,
Ben.
just quietly. See, Pena takes free kicks before me, and so does Diamante. So if you beat both of them and I get it before you,
it means I get a contract at Western United.
I know. I should basically always be on free kicks at Western United.
Oh,
that was shit.
At the same time, though, Ben. Hey, you guys, you want to talk smack? I'll talk smack as well.
All right, let's go.
At the same time, you say that. Pena hit the target once. Diamante hit the target once.
I hit top bins already. I skimmed top bins.
This is how you properly hit it. Oh! I told you it's the ball.
It's close. Was that carbon copy of the last one? Yeah. Was that the exact same? I reckon he's getting further away from it. What? I'm moving back a bit, giving myself some room for the up and down. Ooh, came down.
Well, they're going up, down, and all around, I can tell you that. Oh.
Let me just fix it.
Oh. Yeah, just set it up.
Let me just fix it up.
Cheers, Ben. Thanks. A little bit more to the right. Yeah, thank you. Quick, now that he's gone. Safety lock, we've had it on. I've been trying to be nice to guests. Safety lock now. It's off, baby. She's coming. Oh!
Close.
Oh, and there we have it. What a finish. Yeah.
Let me fix it for you. This is my present. Thank you for having me. It's been a pleasure. Let me just see. You beat Diamante and Pena. I don't know how.
You don't know how? What do you mean? Because I'm really good?
There you go.
That's disgraceful. This is like on your necklace. Hit the target. What?
Dog tag.
Just stuff out of here, mate. That was the closest I've been to the target all day. Ben, thanks for coming.
Thank you, bro. Thank you very much.
Being a pleasure. Overall, I mean, you beat me, and the shots you were in all seriousness now, I'll get rid of that character. In all seriousness now, the shots you were firing were unbelievable, and probably the best and most consistent we've had probably on the pitch.
There were a lot that were close, but you got to hit the top bins.
Well, mine were consistent. You had a couple of
close ones as well. No, you had a couple of close ones.
But overall, how the boots feel? Comfortable. Obviously, they showed on the pitch what they were like, but how they feel?
Yeah, they felt good, man. They felt good. I hope I can hit them like that on the weekend.
Definitely.
It can't just be a thing here in the ultra little stadium. So we'll see.
Definitely. Well, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, thank you for watching. Make sure to check out Western United and Ben Garuccio as well. We'll leave a link to all that in the description down below, and we'll see you guys next week for another boot shopping episode. Bye.
Thank you, guys.